What made you realize you were being walked all over? I was sitting at brunch with my best friend Alicia and our friend group when one of them casually asked if I could help her move next weekend. I hesitated for maybe 2 seconds because I'd already helped my brother move the previous weekend, and my back was killing me. But before I could even answer, Alicia laughed and told everyone, "Don't worry, she'll do it. She literally can't say no to anyone." The whole table went quiet for a second and I felt my face get hot. Alicia kept going though, like she didn't notice. She was on a roll telling everyone how I was such a pushover, and it was actually kind of pathetic how I let everyone walk all over me. She said it with this little laugh like it was the funniest observation in the world. We've been friends for 5 years, and yeah, I was always the one saying yes to everything, but hearing her call me pathetic in front of everyone made something inside me snap. Our friend Fiona tried to change the subject, but I couldn't focus on anything except that word echoing in my head. I made some excuse about needing to get home and left early. That night I scrolled through our text messages, and what I found made my stomach turn. Almost every single message from Alicia was asking for something. Can you drive me to the airport? Can I borrow your green dress? Can you cover my shift? Can you lend me $50? The only time she texted just to chat was when she was bored and needed entertainment. I counted up just the past month. She borrowed my car 4 times and asked me to pet sit while she went to Miami, and then later had me cover 3 shifts because she was hungover. I'd been so focused on being helpful that I'd forgotten friendship was supposed to go both ways. The next morning, Alicia texted asking to borrow my favorite dress for a date. Usually I would have said yes immediately, but instead I stared at my phone before typing 2 letters that would change everything. No, my phone rang immediately. What do you mean no? I mean no. I don't want to lend you my dress. She started going on about how I always let her borrow clothes and asking if this was about brunch, but I stayed firm. She hung up angry and I stared at my phone waiting to feel guilty, but instead I felt oddly free. Over the next few days, Alicia kept testing me. Could she borrow my car? Number. Could I pick up her lunch order? Number. Could I cover her shift Saturday? Number. Each time she got more frustrated, and by the end of the week she was barely speaking to me, which honestly felt like relief. Then things escalated. Alicia's car actually broke down and she needed rides to work all week. When I refused, she had to pay for Ubers and almost missed an important presentation. She asked to borrow $500 for the repair, and when I said no, she had to take out a payday loan. She then started posting passive-aggressive things on social media about fake friends. The real confrontation came 3 weeks later at our mutual friend's birthday party. Alicia cornered me looking furious and started yelling about how I'd turned into a selfish bitch who was ruining her life. Everyone turned to stare as she listed all the things I'd refused to do lately. I thought I was too much of a pushover. I'm just taking your advice and standing up for myself. The look on her face was priceless. Fiona stepped in and pointed out something interesting. When Alicia was complaining about all the things I wouldn't do anymore, it was a pretty intense list. Moving help rides, money loans, pet sitting shift covering errands. Fiona asked when was the last time Alicia had done anything like that for me. The whole party was watching now as more people chimed in. Mike mentioned how Alicia never helped when he moved even though I'd spent my whole weekend packing. Another friend brought up how I'd driven her to the airport at 4 a.m., but Alicia couldn't even pick me up from surgery. The pattern was becoming clear to everyone. Without my constant help, Alicia's life started falling apart. She was always late without rides. She couldn't afford her lifestyle without borrowing money. She had to miss events because nobody else would pet sit for free. Other friends started saying no too once they realized how one-sided things were. Within a month, she'd burned through every backup option and was completely on her own. She tried apologizing eventually, but it was obvious she just wanted things back to normal, but we all refused to give her the satisfaction.